The 10 states that gain the most taxpayers. I love these. I just love this stuff, man. And the 10 states that lost the most. I'm a big sucker for Tax Foundation and their maps. I just love it. All right, so we got state population changes attributable to interstate migration. This is interstate, not intrastate, not intra-county, but interstate. So the red is bad, green is good. Red means stop. Actually, I'm not sure why you have red. You would think red said they stopped. They did not leave. But anyway, so you can see North Dakota, Illinois, Louisiana, leaving Louisiana in the broad daylight. Who sang that song? Put it in the gobbledygook. Who sang that song? Alaska, Hawaii, California, North Dakota, Illinois, Louisiana, Maryland, New Jersey, New York, and Massachusetts. And I think District of Columbia is in here too, but right there, D.C. Who wants to live in D.C.? Nobody. The states that gain the most people. Oh, only 3 in the Southeast. Tennessee, South Carolina, and Florida. Interesting. North Carolina and Georgia aren't even on that. Maine, the great state of Maine. New Hampshire, Montana, Idaho, Nevada, and Arizona. This is what I'm talking about. Get the hell out of California and flood Arizona and Nevada, dudes. If you're a Republican, you can save the world by getting your butt out of California and moving to these 2 purple states, 100%. I'm telling you, there's more Trump voters in California than there were in the state of Texas. All right, so if just 10% of Trump voters from California left and moved here, and that's why I think a good outside chance the Republicans are going to win Nevada and Arizona this time. It is a mid-election, midterm, so that's the out-of-power party usually does better anyway. But if we took both those Senate seats, that'd be freaking nuts, dudes. Nuts. All right. Anyway, it's interesting Pennsylvania wasn't on the list. Why? Because Pennsylvania doesn't have a huge tax rate for income on retirement. The interesting is Illinois was, which is odd. Why would you leave Illinois if the taxes? I mean, there's lots of reasons to leave that state, but property tax and crazy governor. But all right, let's keep going. So then we're going to see more Americans move to states with lower taxes and sound tax structures. I just always chuckle at that. I mean, I've worked with many people from Maryland and California, and they're like, I got to get out of these states. I'm like, why? Because the state income tax, you're only making $80,000 is your AGI. You just don't pay much of anything. Oh, I got to get out anyway. I get other reasons to get out, but that's not one of them. All right, let's go. I want to show you here. They got a spreadsheet here. All right. Look at this. So Florida only gained 166,000 people. Can I get rid of this thing right here? I want that up there. And that's only 0.78% of the population. Tejas, they gained 133,000 people, and that was 46 basis points, so less than 1/2%. So the AGI, how much they got from just gross income? Florida netted $23 billion. Yeah, $1 billion. Florida netted $23 billion of AGI. Now, they're not getting any of that because they have no state income tax, but they're getting it other ways. Sales tax, increased property tax. I mean, that's nuts, dude. That's $23 billion that left another state. Texas got $6 billion. Isn't that crazy? Arizona got almost $5 billion. North Carolina, 3.5. South Carolina, 3.5. Tennessee, 2.5. Georgia got $1 billion of extra AGI. And we do have a tax. South Carolina has a tax. Arizona's got a tax. North Carolina's got a tax. Washington has no tax. I mean, that's just freaking nuts, man. Population change, right here, 1% right there. So we got 1% in South Carolina and 1% in Arizona increase their population. Nevada had almost 1%. Washington only 0.11. Whoa, Idaho had 2%. Yeah, that's all those Californians and Washingtonians moving to Idaho. Let's keep going. Colorado only 0.18. Wow, that's amazing. I guess the days of going to Colorado are over, I suppose. Montana 1.14. Let's find South Dakota. I'm actually surprised South Dakota isn't. Yeah, it's weird. Yeah, let's keep going. I want to find South Dakota. Delaware, 1% increase in population. I'm telling you, man, look, they only had 9,900 people move into Delaware from interstate, excuse me. 10,000 people, which is only, was that 1% of their population? Hold on a second. Yeah, well, wow. That's how small Delaware is. Isn't that crazy? Alabama had 17,000 people, less than about a third of their state. Let's see right here, New Mexico had only 1,600 net people. That's basically breaking even. Yeah, Delaware, Montana, New Hampshire. Maine had a net of 11,000 people, which is 0.84% of their total population, which is about a million. I think Vermont, did they lose people? Missouri lost $194 million in AGI. They increased their population by 0.15, though. Kentucky lost $274 million in AGI. Indiana lost $214 million. That doesn't concern me as much. A lot of those people might be retired and going from earning labor to a retiree, but still, look at it. Nebraska lost almost $500 million, and they lost 22% of the 0.22% of their population. That's not good. There's South Dakota. They grew by 0.3. No state income tax there. Iowa lost 0.1% of their population, and that much in taxes. Ooh, they lost. Alaska lost 1% of their population, and that much in taxes. North Dakota, Virginia lost 0.11%, $1 billion in tax. Nuts. Ooh, look at that. DC, DC. All right, who cares? Ohio lost a little bit, and they lost over $1.5 billion of AGI. New Jersey lost 1/4% of their population, lost 2 billion. Massachusetts, 2 billion, lost 1/2, 1%. New York lost 1.28% of their population, 248,000 people. Anyway, it's pretty cool. So I always got South Dakota. I can't. I'm an East Coast guy, so Virginia's going to be it for us most likely. I do like Northern Alabama. I'm not going to lie. South Dakota kicks ass over here. Still love Maine and New Hampshire. But I'd live in West Virginia 2 seconds flat if I could. Actually, where did West Virginia come in? I bet they lost people. Let's see here. Yeah, well, not much. 335. Where's Pennsylvania? Yeah, Pennsylvania lost. Oh, Pennsylvania lost a little bit. About 5,000 people. Anyway, right there, right there. I'm right here, right now, right there. Oops, what happened? Right there and right there. Yeah, all right. Let me hear your thoughts, guys. Cool. See ya.